Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. My name's Angel, and I have been in the practice of making space for my natural soul's expression, and I invite you to come along with me. It's been a few days since I posted one of these videos, and it's not completely out of avoidance, but mostly rooted in rest. Today would have been out of avoidance if I didn't, and that's why I'm here. I'm tired of running, numbing, hiding, avoiding. I had it in my head that like, oh, I don't know what to talk about. I'm feeling a little dysregulated today. And I thought, well, these are the things that I want to help people understand are possible to move through to get to our core essence, if that makes sense. So, at this moment in time, I'm feeling extremely like buzzy, like bzzz. Here we are. I'm feeling buzzy in the chest. That's how I know anxiety hits me. So I wonder, I'm curious, what does anxiety feel like in your body? Sometimes it could be like a pit in my stomach too. I'm not feeling that so much right now for some reason. Just buzzy, buzzy all over. I'm um I'm faced with a decision. One could say, another opportunity has come into my reality, and this one's got a little bit of survival mode in it, or the decision making behind it has a little bit of survival mode in it. And so, okay, now the pit in my stomach is happening. Ooh, see, when you start to really uncover the layers, it's not always just what's happening on the surface. Okay, let's do this together. Ooh, vulnerability can be juicy. Let's do this together. Okay. So, I'm going to get quiet and invite my spirit in first. The name of the game, the reason why we're all here. All right. Mm. So, where I feel my anxiety is buzziness in the chest. So, I want to call it out. We want to face it, invite this feeling out. So, where is it? Mine's buzziness in the chest, and I have a little bit of I would say a plum-sized pit just where the diaphragm is, a little bit above the stomach, a little bit below the lungs, probably right where the rib cage meets there at the bottom. Put one hand there. I believe we have a lot of power, energy that can come from our hands. Let's just try something really quick so you understand what I'm talking about. When you rub your hands together and you feel that warmth that's coming, keep rubbing, keep rubbing, keep rubbing. Go ahead and pull it apart for a minute. Can you feel this like magnetic pull or push in that energy field just in between the hands? That's your life force energy. Sometimes if I have a headache, I'll put my hand on my head and I'll kind of breathe into that and send it, you know, whatever it is that I want, soothing, love, whatever it may be. So we're going to do that one more time. We're going to Get up some static energy. Watch all of our hair stand straight up. That'd be so funny. Like a balloon, like when you're. Okay, that's good. That's good. We're just going to take one of our hands and we're going to place it right there on our anxiety. I have anxiety, so that's what we're doing today. If this doesn't resonate with you, please feel free to pay your attention to what does. Okay, bringing my awareness back to this present moment, bringing my awareness to the plum-shaped tension that sits just above the diaphragm, just below the diaphragm, just above the tummy. Now I have a warm hand sitting there. I simply want to ask it, what are you trying to say to me? What are we anxious about? Okay, we're anxious about the decision I need to make. That's true. What else? And just breathe. No right or wrong way to do this. Oh, that's one of the messages for me. This is my life. Oh, there's no right or wrong way to do my life. Breathing deeper in, kind of deep breathing into that space. So you kind of want to pretend that that point of contact is like a lung and you want to pull air in. A singer will know what I'm talking about as far as like breathing from the diaphragm because this happens to sit right on the diaphragm, so that's easiest to understand. But for those who are not singers, just imagine that, pretend that that's a lung. Wherever the tension is in your body, wherever your hand is on your body, pretend that that's a lung and breathe into the tension. So even if the I wanted to breathe into the buzziness that's on my chest, I would put my hand here and what our palm and energy is saying to that tension is you are safe here. There's nowhere you need to be. There's nothing you have to do. Just for a second, we get to our brain, not off, just present. Bring our brain and our thoughts here. Maybe even there's no other possibilities you need to think about in this time. No more what ifs, how to's, who for, how much, when, how so, why. We simply want to arrive into this now moment. Like it's a guest in your house because it's in your house. So you walk down the stairs and you're like, hello, anxiety. What are you doing here? What are you trying to say to me? We're scared. There's a lot of unknown around this decision. Therefore, we don't know how it's going to work out. Therefore, we wonder if it's going to work out at all. We're just listening. Okay, anxiety. It sounds like with this big decision, there's a lot of fear of the unknown that's happening. I kind of want to ask myself, do you remember a time when you've had to face some unknown in your life? And I giggle because hello, that's life. Life is unknown. And then I want to ask, well, what happened? And I can honestly say I was scared, but I took the leap somehow, some way. Things worked. And even if they didn't work well, I was able to adjust and make it work and adapt. It took some time. There were some uncomfortable parts, a lot of learning, a lot of growth, a lot of unlearning, a lot of grief, a lot of acceptance, a lot of support. There were tears, there were happiness. And what started off as a very temporary survival mode decision ended up to be a lovely 2-year endeavor. So then I go back to me, my higher self, right? Okay, anxiety. So it sounds like you know a lot. Sounds like it feels like an unknown, but it sounds like you know a lot of how to deal in the unknown. You know how to adapt. You know how to unlearn, how to grow, how to communicate, how to lean, and over these last 2 years, I've been able to gain a ton of tools to put in my artillery of life. Tools that I'll be able to take with me into the next opportunity, shift, phase, chapter. Big changes are scary, and there will be unforeseen variables. But it sounds like it's absolutely nothing you can't handle as you've done this time and time again. And seeing how much growth that you've been able to attain kind of flips how excited you get to be if you so choose. Because now not only do you get to continue the work that you've been doing, apply the tools that you've just learned, and then grow even more. Right, right. Breathe. Whew. Okay, tuning back into that feeling, the sensations in the body, the buzziness and the tightness. The tightness is completely gone. And I just, I feel called to say this isn't, no, I don't want to talk about what this isn't. I want to talk about what this is. What this is self-soothing. What this is creating internal trust. What this is creating internal safety, sovereignty, internal validation instead of external. A lesser developed version of myself would not have gone inward. In fact, she had a crazy relationship with food. Overwhelmed, eat. Sad, eat. In some spaces, though, it'd be opposite. Don't eat. So it was just so weird. I want you to know that I'm eating healthily now. Thank you. But that's an external validations. Any of the external vices, right? It doesn't have to be sex, drugs, and alcohol. It can be food. It could be working out. It could be just anything that you're doing in the name of avoidance can be an external vice, if you will. This is not good or bad. It's just an observation. And where my journey has led me is inward. I have a strong belief and strong life experience to show that going inward and doing this work that I just did on camera for the very first time ever, and I'm feeling a little weird about it now. Breathe. There is a sense of inner strength and interconnectedness that I can now move from and create from and really like invite the next moment in with ease, with compassion, with excitement, not woo excitement, with excitement of anticipatory, explorative joy. Right. And so I think I'm starting to carve out who my ideal audience is because I think my ideal audience might be intentional in the same way that I would like to be and am and have been in my life. I don't want my anxiety, depression, grief, trauma to rule me. When I first sat down, I was under the influence of anxiety. Now, if I could name it, strength, trust, guidance, clarity, peace, calm, confidence, magnetism, steady, stable, me. That's the name of the game. Making space for one's natural soul's expression is just this. Now this is me, my natural soul's expression, not Angel under the influence of anxiety, not Angel under the influence of peer pressure or societal pressure or anything else. Just me. And forgive me, but I have this belief that the world needs more of us, our genuine and most authentic soul expression. Thank you.